Let's begin with a small prayer. कितनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। कितनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले तेरा देश हमसे, भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। कितनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। So, good morning everybody. Welcome to this session, Digital Learning and Management. So, before starting something, here we will see first slide. So, digital learning and management. We are living in digital era. Are you satisfied?
Yes.
So, can you tell me what is digital era? Okay.
Time period of the digital.
Before knowing about this digital era, can you tell me in which era are you living? Basically,
Digital era.
in mythological view, it is Kal Yug. It is Kal Yug. What is the literal meaning of Kal Yug? Literal meaning of this Kal Yug? Not bad situation. It is not bad situation. This is the era of Karma Yogi. Kal Yug. Kal Purzo Wala Yug. Kal Purzo Wala Yug. That's why we are inventing lots of gadgets, lots of devices. That's why we are able to invent. Understood? So this is the meaning of Kal Yug. So digital era. Digital era means era of digital technology. Do you know what is digital technology? Before asking, sir please. Before asking about this digital technology, answer this question. Can you tell me the names of some digital devices? Okay. We are living in digital era. So I want answer in digital mode. In digital mode. You have Google Docs. Please open it. Google Docs. Open.
Yes.
There is one untitled document. Open it please. Is there untitled document?
Yes.
Is there any message?
Yes.
Kindly download like this something?
Yes.
Okay, below is one pen sign. Click on it. Sign of pen, pencil, anything you can say. Click on it. Now you are able to write.
Yes.
Type your answer one by one. Jessica is typing. I can see from here. Yesterday I have shared with a few people, okay? Few teachers I have shared. Only they will be able to do this work. Okay, computer, tablet, laptop. Very good. Other than these mobile phones, laptop, tablet, computer, can you tell other names?
Smartwatches.
Smartwatches, obviously. In your houses, also you are using many gadgets that are digital devices. Your closer device, washing machine, mixer, oven, CCTV. These all are an example of digital devices. Smart board, smart TV. These all are an example of digital devices. Clear? Now here also you are doing this activity digitally. I will teach you here now how will you use this Google Doc and how will you share among many people. That thing you have to do. First you have to download this Google Doc from Play Store first. And whom you want to share this one, their email IDs should be with you. Okay? After downloading, here you can see. Whatever document you want to create, you can create from here. Below is one plus sign. Below is here one plus sign. Okay. Here when you will click new Word file you can create, and after creation in this untitled document you can see three dots are here in lower right side. Bottom right side you can see here given share and manage people and links. You can click on share or manage people and links. Whenever you will click on share like this screen you will see. Here add people or groups. You can type here one by one or more than one email IDs. Below you can get a space for giving message. Here you have to write message as I have given you and click on arrow button. Message will be sent. Those who will get this message, they have to download that Google Docs in their mobile computer and then they will open their Google Doc directly from there or through email they can open, and whatever message has been shared they can see. How will you write here? Below you have seen one pen symbol is there. Symbol of one pen. From there you can edit. This is very good example. This is very good example of digital technology. Can you tell me where will you use this technology?
Everywhere in our life.
Everywhere in your life means that particular field.
In office or in house.
In offices, among teachers, among students. If you want to do group study, you can use it. Sitting from your houses, you can share your answers. You can ask questions to your friends. For teachers, if you have any confusion in any questions, you can ask to others. For that you have to link that question with this Google Doc. If somebody has answer, they can give you answer. You are preparing questions. While preparing questions also you can talk to each other. You can show, because in 3-4 sections, 3-4 different teachers are teaching. They should first ask to each other about their portions, about their extra questions that you have not taught and others have taught. You have to share that things. So using this one you can do. Your speeches, whatever speeches you are preparing, if you want any correction there, any upgradation there, you can share through it. They can directly correct or mention some words or sentences there, and then you can take it print out. So this is very useful technology, and technology helps to do our work easily. Clear? Okay, sir. So here digital camera, smart TV, power bank also. washing machine, oven, computer, mobile phone, tablet, toys with sensor, and then robots. Cars also. Cars also. Yeah. So many things are there. I have not mentioned everything. You can also mention. So other than if you have any more devices, then you can share here. Satellites. Okay. So many devices are here available on this earth. So, what types of work do we do in digital era with the help of digital devices? One, transferring money. Next,
Transmitting data,
yes,
sending urgent
yes,
messages,
urgent messages, yes,
like that communication.
shopping, yeah,
Communicating the friends or
okay, meeting,
shopping.
ticket booking, reservation, so many things are there, है ना? Online, attendance form, admission forms filling, है ना? Online payment, result also you can see online, yes, very good.
Booking tickets.
So many things you can do with the help of digital devices. Sir. Generating birth certificates from birth. You are using digital devices. Filling of admission forms. Transferring money or fees, you can say. Giving online orders means online shopping. Attending online classes. This is very user friendly example. Video conferencing, many seminars we are attending. Okay. Webinars, chatting also. Ticket booking, reservation, entertainment. Very important activity. Entertainment using the digital devices. So, our topic is digital learning and management. How these digital technology help us in digital learning. What is digital learning? Digital learning means
Learning by
learning
devices.
with the digital technologies, using websites, digital devices. Many resources are also available. Using that one, we complete our learning. That is called digital learning. Teachers, professors, they feel confident using these digital devices to prepare their teaching plans. Do you feel confident? Do you feel confident when you prepare your teaching plans with the help of digital devices?
Yes.
Yeah. So, this digital device also guarantee participation of the students, because suppose today you are facing in the classes 10, 15 students are absent, 5, 6 in other classes absent. But you have noticed that also few students are attending classes. If they are in the hospital, in the doctor's clinic, from there also they are attending classes. So this is very convenient for the students, for the teachers, for the lecturers, professors, those who are giving education, providing these types of learning. Obviously, digital learning is called digital education. Digital learning is also called digital education. What is its scope? Digital education is fun learning for all cadets and particularly effective for children, as the innovative audio video features boost the cognitive element in our children's Brain. Cognitive element. Can you tell me what is cognitive element for a child? How a child start thinking,
Interior intelligence.
huh? How putting things together, how taking decisions. So this things is developed in the children with the help of digital education, digital devices. Because nowadays you can see parents also do not give more time for their children. They are busy with their works. Parents themselves teach them to see these particular videos for making them educate, for making them aware with the situations of the surroundings. They teach them, they show them. Once they show, then after children themselves open that video and see. Students view this as a flexible option, allowing them to study as per their time and space. Teachers to find it convenient to prepare their learning plans, well aided by technology. Educational institutions see the rapid rise in enrollment and added revenue. You have seen some sites are attached. Some organizations have taken your email IDs and continuously sending messages for your children, for you to take part, to take enrollment in their courses. Some are taking, some are not taking. But those who are taking part in that type of taking enrollment in that type of courses, this is positive things because they feel necessity. Then they are taking enrollment. This is also very useful in scope. Teaching becomes a smoother experience with a perfect mix of personalized package, having a blend of animation, gamification, and elaborate audio video effects. Obviously, in digital classes, we use animation, games also, and then audio video things also we use in online classes. This is very important topic. Most of the time, people discuss about it. What are the differences between traditional literacy and digital literacy? What do you feel? What is good, better, or best? In some views, it is good. Some are telling it is better, and some are telling it is best. So, what is good for you? Traditional literacy or digital literacy? Digital literacy. But in the class nowadays, we are doing this traditional literacy. So you can say according to situation, both are good, according to situation. But can you do education in this traditional literacy completely? No. There is a smartphone in your, smart devices. A smart class, your class is a smart class with this smart board. So we are giving blended education. We are giving hybrid or blended education. What is the difference between this traditional literacy and digital literacy? You can see finding information. We get just from our teachers, from our friends. We copy from the others' notebook. Reading. Obviously, in the classes, we give chance to the students. Read this paragraph. Others will read that paragraph. Okay. Note taking. If somebody is absent there, then they take note and then copy it. Prose composition, writing paragraphs and static artifacts. Static artifacts. Whatever models are available, it is static. You cannot elaborate it. Suppose you have one skeleton in your lab. So only that skeleton is there. Other organs you cannot show there. You cannot elaborate it. Learns from teachers. Students are directly learning from the teachers. Whatever they are saying, they are learning only. And this is permanent method. Because when your digital devices are not working, you are turning towards it. So this is the permanent method. Getting information in this digital literacy, getting information, thorough investigation. You see answer from this side, then other side, using other sides, and then you write your own answer. After investigation, you write your own answer. Skimming, searching for solutions, you can do there easily. But here, you have to buy books, you have to spend more money. One publication, second publication, third publication, and it is costly. There easily you can search your solutions. Curating, carefully chosen and then thoughtfully organized. Multimedia composition, you can add animations and other effects. Information design, data visualization. This is the feature, very important feature of this digital literacy. If you want to represent your data in the form of charts, easily you can do it. That is called data visualization. Dynamic storytelling, there you can search related stories and you can show. Coding programming you can do using digital devices, using digital technology. You can create more softwares according to your need. Dynamic assets are there, teaches self. This everything I am not talking about only students. For the elder ones also, you are teachers, you are also doing your classes, means you are upgrading yourselves. So in that case, you are teaching yourself with the help of digital technologies. And changes are possible there. Changes are possible there. If you don't want to read, you can use another things and then you can enjoy it. So changes are possible there. You can modify in your teaching pattern also using this digital technology. That is also an example of changing. Digital learning and management. How will you manage this all learning? So what is digital management? Digital management means management of companies, organizations, institutions with the help of digital tools. Obviously, with the help of digital tools, everything is organized. What type of tools are used here in the school? Smart board, computers, apps, K-12 app. These are the tools that manage this institution. Okay, CCTV camera also here. So what are digital tools? Some examples you have taken now. Digital tools are programs, websites or online resources that can make tasks easier to complete. A lot of these can be accessed in web browsers. Web browser is there in the computer, in the mobile. Using that one, you can browse whatever you want. Without needing to be downloaded, directly through website you can do your work. But it is also provided in the form of apps. And you can access them both at home and in work. And it is also very important to use these online tools safely. So you have to follow some safety measures while using the online tools. Okay? very important. What are the tools that we use in digital learning? Google Classroom. What tools we use here in the school? K-12 app. Okay. Google is providing many tools. Using that tools, we can organize our classes. One is your Classroom. Have you seen this Classroom app in the Google?
Yes.
Now open your mobile phones. Take out. Go in Google Chrome. Is there Chrome?
Yes.
Go in Chrome. New tab. Open a new tab. If other tabs are there, close it and open a new tab. Got it?
Three dots are there. Not there.
From here you can close it if it is in the form of tabs.
Classroom.
No. First open Chrome. The mobile. Open. Here you can see one wheel sign. Wheel. Setting sign. Setting it is. Have you got? Click on it. Click on it.
Okay, discover.
In the Chrome. Discover is there. There one wheel sign.
Yes, it is there.
Click on that wheel sign.
We have.
Manage activity. Click on manage activity. Okay, no problem. You can see here. Got it? Manage activity. Top right corner, you can see 9 dots.
Yes.
Is there 9 dots?
Yes, sir.
Top right corner.
Yes, sir.
Click on it. 9 dots, top right corner. Where your profile picture is displayed.
Just behind my activity. 9 dots now.
9 dots.
In my activity, just beside.
You can see lots of apps are available.
Yes, it is there.
Lots of apps are available.
Yes.
Have you seen?
Yes.
Once again,
From Google Classroom.
from Google, when you will click on Chrome, you will get this interface. Here below you can see one wheel sign you can see there. Is there available? Okay, sir, please come here. Please come with your device. This is the wheel sign. Discover. In the next stage of this discover, you can see one wheel sign. Click on it. Turn off this discover. Then easily you can see manage activity. Got it? In this manage activity, top right corner you can see where your profile picture or profile name is displayed. There 9 dots are available. When you will click on it, you will get the list of Google apps. From there you can select a classroom. Using this classroom, you can organize your classes. You can create classes for different sections. You can add students there. You can give them homework, assignment using this app. Students can also send you assignment online. Whatever you are collecting through email, that you can do from here also. You can do from here also. If you are not satisfied their answers, if you are not satisfied with their assignments, you can send them back in the original form. You can send them back. They can again write their assignment, complete their assignment, and then they can send you back. So, what can you do with classroom? For teachers, teachers can start a video meeting. Teachers can start video meeting. Can you tell me, when you are using K12 app, how will you start video meeting? Which app is used for?
Zoom.
Zoom. Zoom you are using. है ना? Here, which app will you use to start video meeting? Meet. Google Meet. Simple? Google Meet you will use. Teachers can create and manage classes, assignments and grades online without paper. Teachers can add materials to a student's assignment such as YouTube videos, Google Form survey and other items from Google Drive. You can give a set of questions to the students for knowing their pre-existing knowledge after teaching or before teaching also. Before teaching also, we ask questions to the students. So like that also you can make questions. You can create questions. You can allot marks for each questions. Obviously, when you are doing online seminars, there also you get assessment form along with the attendance form. You fill that assessment form. You get marks also. So like that also you can do. Do you want to know how will you do? Later on I will show you how will you do it, and you will learn here now. Okay. Give direct real-time feedback. Use the class stream to post announcement and engage the students in question-driven discussion. Invite parents and guardians to sign up for email summaries with the students' upcoming or missing work. Means teachers can do these many works with the help of Classroom app, Google Classroom app. What the students can do? Students can track class work and submit assignments. Students can check originality, feedback and grades. Students can share resources and interact in the class stream or by email. What guardians will do? Guardians can get an email summary of their students. Students' work. Guardians can get email summaries for their works, and teachers can send their activities summary through email. Review announcements and activities. This has been written in the form of teachers. Teachers can send summary to the parents. What administrators can do with this classroom app? Protect data and set permissions for your users, for their users. Set up classes and rosters. Add or remove students and teachers from online. It happens. And get a 24/7 support. Next tool is Jamboard. Do you know about it? Jamboard? Have you used it? No. Whiteboard, do you know whiteboard? When you are teaching online, taking online classes, there in the K12 app, whiteboard was available. Now it is not available. If there is no availability of whiteboard, you can use this whiteboard. While using K12 app, most of the time I was using it. No whiteboard in the K12 app, but I was teaching through whiteboard online using this Jamboard. So Google is giving this facility. Jamboard is one smart display. Quickly pull in images from a Google search, save work to the cloud automatically, use the easy to read handwriting and shape recognition tools are also there. And draw with a stylus, but erase with your finger. It is like a whiteboard. Google Meet, you know about it? Earlier we were using, attending our classes, online classes using this Google Meet. Now we are attending through WebEx.
Yes.
Podcast. Many things are available in the form of MP3 on each and every topics. You can share that links to the students to improve their spoken quality. According to your lesson plans, you can share it through podcast, and then students can listen it and improve their knowledge. Do you know about it? Google Arts and Culture, you have done online seminar. Have you done?
Yes.
One message you have got through
Yeah.
our edu
Yes.
principal, you have got no? And then we were waiting for the certificates also, sir. 30th November. Time has been given. And time passed also. Hai? Okay, no problem. This is very important tools for English teacher, history, civics, geography teacher. It is very important tool. If you have not used it, please use it. It is very important. It is like a museum. Many resources are there. According to your lesson plans, you can share the links and students can entertain. Students can learn many things from there. In the comparison I told na, static artifacts. This is not a static artifacts. You can elaborate everything. And maybe those who have attended this seminar, they have seen one dinosaur's anatomies. When it was being elaborated, you have seen. A skeleton was there. Then flashes, then movement. How is it possible? If you have a idol of this dinosaur, can you move it? You cannot move it. But it is possible in digital learning. This is very important. Google Forms. Google Form is a free online tool from Google which allows users to create forms, surveys and quizzes as well as to collaboratively edit and share the forms with other people. Educators can use Google Forms to assess their students at the beginning of the classes and gauge pre-existing knowledge. Obviously, at the end of the session, you get one link as a attendance and assessment form. It is important that you are getting. So it is very important. This you will learn here now, how to create a Google form. Okay? Okay. Now take out your mobile phones. Before creating Google form, I am giving you something. I am sharing one form. You have to fill it within 5 minutes. Then you will be excited to know about it. Okay, I am sharing this one through WhatsApp, your St. Joseph family group. St. Joseph family new group. Got?
Yes.
Kindly fill this form now. Click on the link and then fill it. 5 minutes you have. Very simple it is. And after filling this form, please give me feedback. How is it? This I have prepared for you. Registered email ID, the same email ID, whatever you are writing in the first column. Are you able to write in that form? Very simple assessment it is. You can click on next page. Read it nicely, that assessment, and then do it.
Submitted, sir.
Submitted. Very good. Very good. Submitted. Very good. Got marks also. What is?
5.5.
Very good. How is it? It is good. Very nice. Thank you. Let this done. Very good. How is this experience? Earlier you were filling your resource persons in online classes, and now here in house training you are filling this form. So now you are going to upgrade yourself. Whatever answer you have written there, selected there, you can see which one is correct, which one is wrong. That also you can see. Done. Very good. Okay, do you want to see whatever answers you have given, whatever form you have filled now, where it has been stored? It has been stored somewhere or not? Okay, silently do this work. Whatever activity you are doing, it is stored in Excel sheet. It is stored in Excel sheet that I can view. Means resource person can view your answers, your assessment, whatever you have done, your attendance, everything.
We cannot see.
You have got its PDF by the mail. It is in the Excel. This I can share with the COE, Patna. You have taken part. What is its proof? This is your proof. Then you are getting your certificates. Then your attendance is marked. Silence, please. Okay. Clear, no?
Yes, sir.
So now you are able to create your own Google Forms. How will you create? Hurry up. Go in the Chrome. Do it faster. Go in the Chrome. The same Google app through 9 dots. Will sign. Follow that steps. Follow that steps. Will sign. After the discover, manage activity. That 9 dots. And here you can see below forms. Form is there. Click on it. Click on it. Forms. You can see here.
Yes, sir.
Chrome से खोलो।
Chrome. Through Chrome.
Sir, Chrome के बाद setting.
Chrome. Then setting. Then 9 dots.
Untitled form. This one.
This one. Here written untitled form. Untitled form. Click here. Write faster. Attendance come assessment form. Write it there. Attendance come assessment form. Only 2-3 options we will create here now.
Attendance come.
Assessment form.
And after that, sir, whatever you want to write.
Below you can see form description. Below you can see form description. No need to write here a long sentence. You can write only your email ID there. Whatever email you have got, after filling the assessment form, from there at your house you can write everything systematically. Here. From description written below. Untitled, below untitled. Small letters.
Untitled form we write. Attendance come assessment form. After that,
Leave it. Come here. Untitled question. Leave it. Click on untitled question.
Here is given option 1.
Wait a moment. Write here untitled question, participant's name. Only name also you can write because you are learning here. It is a demo. Untitled questions, write their name. Written.
in
Name.
untitled questions we will write our name.
Name, N-A-M-E, name. You are creating na attendance or assessment form. So write here name. Here you can see beside one drop down menu.
Yes.
From there choose short answer. From there choose short answer. Okay. Below you can see short answer list. Here also you can see required. It is necessary. One asterisk sign you see after each question, each option. It is necessary. Without filling that block, you cannot move forward. Do you get like this? So when you will click on this required button, here one star sign will be displayed when you will get in the editable mode. Below, here right side below, 3 dots. You can see 3 dots. Description, if you want to add anything, and then response validation. If you are writing telephone number and in the place of telephone number you are entering any text, then you get the message invalid. This is valid data validation. It is called data validation. Beside this part, you can see one column. You can see one column. Is there one column? If it is not visible, keep your mobile phone in landscape mode, and then you can see. Got it? In this one, plus sign is there. In this one, plus sign is there. For next question, you can click plus sign and then type whatever you want to type. Mobile number, Next time, your types of data is selected itself. Next time, your type of data is selected itself. Short answer. Okay? So like this you can create your Google form. Here you can see below whatever assessment form you have filled after filling the attendance, next option was there. How it comes? Here below you can see splitter, form splitter. When you will click on it below, your form is splitted, 2 of 2. I am giving you basic knowledge. At your house, you can do this one nicely. I am giving you knowledge of the tools. You can make this as a quiz. When you are selecting this one, make this as a quiz. I have created assessment like a quiz. You can do it here. Here you can see points. Points for your question you can set. 1 point I have written. It is taken by default. 1 point you can assign for your questions. Done. So like this you can create your Google forms for attendance and assessment. So many features are here. Here is time barrier, so I cannot explain everything. You can do its practice at your house. Okay? And if you are facing any problem, you can ask me. My email ID you know. So this is very important. When you are attending classes for filling the assessment form, when you are taking classes for providing that assessment form to the students, it is very important. You can create yourself, you can give to the students and they can fill it as you are filling. Okay? Challenges of digital education. It is not very simple. It is not very simple to do online classes, to attend online classes. Many problems are there. What is the main problem? Network problem. Electricity problem. Plants problem. Ambience of the family. If it is not supporting, you don't attend your classes. You are not able to take classes also. So many things. Fear of parents. What children will do with the phones. They will attend classes or they will see other apps or videos or they will talk to their friends. So fear of parents are there. Lack of sincerity in the students, children. This is also main factor. Sir. problem with electricity. So if there is no electricity, what type of problem you will face? Obviously. So we are doing these classes in dark room. Okay, no? So this types of practical knowledge, है ना? This types of problem. Next. So next. Like internet connection plans. Now we are facing plans rate are increased, है ना? And the speed is low. Lack of devices for the digital education. Everyone doesn't have smartphones. Those who are coming from the villages are not able to afford smartphones. How they will attend the classes? They will depend on the traditional classes. Next, sir. Fear of parents. This I have explained. Distraction of the students also. Next. Lack of experienced teachers. That's why when teachers were starting online classes, they were not feeling comfortable during the classes. So this is the last. Unfriendly situations in the home, you can see. Next. I am concluding this session here. Thank you very much for your presence. So, if you have any suggestions on this digital learning, you can say. If you have any suggestions in this digital learning, any suggestions, any types of, any queries, then you can ask.
It is not a suggestion or query, it is a feedback.
Yeah.
We have learned some 2-3 new things in this session, and that is very useful.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Any more?
So I'm here to thank Sir Prashant for his great effort that he has shown something new that was exactly new for us. We have never seen that part, that we can also download and make that own form. That Google form, we always get it from the COE of different cities. So anyway, the thing was like, it is a very great opportunity that we have to learn more and more in this digital technology, because this is like a seed and we have to go into it. So thank you, sir, for providing us so many ways and means through which we can get into it and learn more and more, and we can make ourselves more efficient in front of the students, in front of the society, and for also self-development. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you, everybody.
So by 11 o'clock, please be back.